my little alternative craft corner I call Cross Stitch in Cambria. My name is Joshua. If you're new here, I've been cross stitching for about 30 years, and I've just been really passionate about it, really passionate about music, as you can see, all my records, and I got all this stuff going on here. This is Flosstube number 6, so we're going to talk about some stuff. I have a helper over here. This is my oldest daughter, Ava. She will show herself as she seems fit. She has to be in here, so I can't say no to that, so here we are. A lot to go through. So in the last video, we talked about how I stopped every project that I was doing because I got contacted through Nuclear Blast Records, and you guys were guessing on who that artist was. I did get it finished, so I ended up taking the thing. I don't think I said it in my last video. I messed up. Did I bring it here? Yes. I messed up. I was cross-stitching it, and if I talked about this before, you know, just fast forward. But so I was cross-stitching it, and as you can see, there's no more room over here, and I was completely devastated about this. I immediately contacted the local needle shop that make sure that she had the other half of this, because I needed to go this way, but I went this way. So then I just stitched my little fingers to the bone to get caught up before we went on the cruise. So I was able to do that. And I even stitched this thing on the cruise. I stitched it on the beach in Miami. I did some little highlight videos. You can see that on my Instagram, Cross Stitch in Cambria as well. And there was merch for the cruise. And I remember last time stuff sold out. So on the first day of the cruise, we went and sat in line. And I sat in line for 3 hours. And I sat there and cross-stitched to get this thing done because I had like a month. But anyway, let's get to it. We'll get this out of the way. We'll talk about that shortly. This is the finished piece. And if anybody guessed, it was Rob Zombie. So, oh here, helper. Do we have it? There we go, both hands. That's somebody's prize, don't drop it. So Nuclear Blast, when they reached out to me, I think I talked about this in the previous one, I don't remember. I was just completely floored that, you know, Nuclear Blast Records is the world's largest indie heavy metal record label. They have Slayer, Anthrax, Manson, Typo Negative, Rob Zombie, Creator, and I mean these are the flagship artists. But we talked back and forth, and I found that pattern that's on a little cassette tape. For the like box set that's coming out. The record comes out next month. So the contest is already over. A name was chosen. I'm waiting for Nuclear Blast Records to contact me so I can get the address of the person who won it so I can ship this off to them. I went hunting for this frame. I'll put a picture right up in here. It was $10. I found it at my local antique shop. And this was all, as you can see, this was all gold. And I spray painted it black, and as it was still wet, I just wiped it off real quick with a paper towel, so it gives it that little, one moment, helper. I gave that little distressed look, so you can still kind of see the details in that. There you go. And it's kind of funny too, whoever won this, I hope it never gets taken apart, but if you flip the cardboard that's on this back, I just took the artwork that was in there and flipped it. And we made it all professional. And I got it completely finished on the back just to make it look nice. Hold again, please. Thank you. You got it? It's just, that scares me if she drops that thing. So that's one finish. And then once I got that finished, I was able to get back onto the rest of my projects. And we're gonna power through these. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. And thank you. I'm butchering this. This is my pattern. I made this. I think it's going to be a one-off thing. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to give it away. Because then that makes this win not as exciting that someone else could just completely cross-stitch this. So, fabric-wise, I don't remember. It is a printed fabric. So, I mean, you can kind of see right down here. It, like, bunched up when they printed it. But on the flip side of this, it's completely white. And this was 16 count. And this is, I believe, This is Ada, not even Zweigart, which Zweigart is my go-to always. So, you know, lots of that. All right, next. The Tarot Project. I finished it. I wish I had the numbers. Meg posted, it was like 101,000 stitches. Don't quote me. I'll have to put it in the description. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I made a little video of me ripping off the Q-snap, running outside in the snow, doing a little victory lap, and as you saw in the thumbnail, the entire project. So I will hold it up here again so you can all see. Helper? Did I tell him your name?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm not being rude. She's over here, but I have to make sure. All right, Helper. So here we are, and we're gonna go up, 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 going up, up, up. How's the rest go?
I don't know.
All right. So there she is, and we're gonna give you some bonus. I'll show you the back, which I posted a video on Instagram as well, but you know, you don't ever get to see. Look at that mess. That beautiful mess. Higher. Thank you. Gorgeous. We'll get you a little zoom in on here. I can't see any of you, so I hope you're seeing this.
It's good.
All that. We'll flip it around. Oh, stray fabric. Stray thread went in my eye. And the final card that I did finish it was the Devil, which is the little Furby. So I literally stitched. I got that thing done in 3 days because I wanted to. How much that project means to me and my sobriety, which I'm still sober. I remember from the last video we were talking about. I knew I needed to get past the cruise, and I would be fine. And I made it through the cruise. There was alcohol everywhere. There were times it was rough, but we made it. So my 2-year anniversary is coming up on February 16th, and I did that project that the retro stitcher made for me. I finished that already. I just need to get a frame for it, and then I'm going to record that reel, and that should be out on the anniversary of my sobriety, because I'm going to make it. It's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If everybody doesn't already know, the tarot card project was done on a 44 by 44 inch piece of Zweigart 16 count black fabric. And I got that from Witchy Sticher's website directly when she had them. Because of the tariffs and all that nonsense in this lovely country that we're living in. And our great leader. It's all on pause now. She doesn't have any physical items that she can ship out. You can find a pretty big piece online. You just got to make sure your dimensions are right. And as I said in the previous video, if you're doing that project, tag me. I want to see your progress of it. I love seeing people work on that thing. I love seeing the different fabrics people are putting it on. I love seeing the different counts, the linens, and the little things that they're doing different from what I did, and the order that they're going through. It's just cool to see how other people's minds work when doing a project. Anything else on that? No. Now, we're going through finishes. If we haven't noticed, we're going to go through finishes. I'm going to talk about the cruise a little bit more. Some whips. Let's get this out of here. I don't want to break this. This makes me nervous up here. I don't want to ruin it because I don't want to restitch it a third time. The next finish is I did finish Dracula's castle. We'll get you in there. I don't. Is it? I hope it's focused for you guys. Is it focused, Dave? We're good. Focused. Da, da. So, fun little story about this thing. Helper. Thank you. Excellent. You're the greatest. You'll be on here for the next couple episodes. One moment. Me and my wife are redoing our whole house. As you can see, you probably noticed a different color in the walls back here. We did our entire living room with dark blue. Everyone said we were going to hate it, but we are in love with it. So after this, we ended up doing our bedroom. And what was really cool is that we wanted to make this a Dracula themed bedroom, because I got some Nosferatu. I got a really cool Nosferatu newspaper article that came through Heretic when I bought the Nosferatu perfume. And it smells like petrichor and lilacs. It's absolutely fantastic. But they did this promotional like newspaper ad that comes with 3 pieces of paper that you hold open and close like a newspaper, and it just talks about the smell of the perfume, and it talks a little bit about the movie, and it's got some pictures of the movie in there, and it's framed in our bedroom right now. So I got that. I ended up buying, as you can see here, this Nosferatu vinyl. I bought this specifically because it has Count Orlok's. Is it in here? Hold on. We'll edit this out in post. Yeah, it is in here. I mean, I bought this specifically for this because we're gonna... I don't want to ruin it. Hold on. Why is it stuck? Alright. So they have Orlok's contract in this thing. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to put that in a frame, and I'm going to hang that up in the bedroom as well. Oh, I got bent. I got to make sure to... We'll have that all edited out. So, there's that. But back to my story. I ended up taking the darkest colored red that is in this. It's either 815 or 816. I don't remember what it was. But we're going to paint our bedroom that color. So I took that... bobbin? Not a bobbin. Anyway, I took it to the hardware store, and news to me, being 40 years old, that they can color match anything if you bring it in. So, they stuck it up to their little light sensor thing, and I bought a little sample, painted it, loved it, so now our whole room is the darkest color red of this pattern. So, I think that's really neat. And just recently, actually this last weekend, if you've been here before, but if you're not and you're new, I like to go antiquing for most of my frames that I put everything in. This one was a little hard just because it's a little small, but I ended up finding at the antique store this absolutely beautiful. Oh, you can put that down. I'm sorry. Absolutely gorgeous frame. Look at that. Well, here, let's take the glass off so you don't see the glare. Ew, it makes terrible noises. Look at that. So, this will go in there, That's going to look real nice. I asked the Witchy Sticher Discord if I should, we're going to move this. If I should paint this black, kind of like what I did with that, the Rob Zombie one, or keep the gold here. So, I hung it up on the wall, took a picture of it, and it looks a lot better with this. The black, I think, is just going to lose a lot of detail. And if you were wondering what was in this, because I ripped it all out, and it's very kind of sad that whenever I'm at the antique store, and I'm buying these frames, the clerks are always going, oh, that is so beautiful. The artwork in there is absolutely gorgeous. And if they continually just say how beautiful it is, I end up finally saying, yeah, I'm actually going to rip it all out. I'm going to put a cross stitch in there. It's like, I'm buying it for the frame. I don't care what's inside of it unless it's a, like, really, like, if the frame is, like, more than $100, I can't justify buying it because of what's inside of it is, like, an old original print or old artwork. I feel bad for doing it then. But when it's something like this, which you'll see, I didn't care. It came with this on the inside. God bless our home with a little floating Jesus in the clouds above this little cottage. And all on right here was like actual weeds and twigs that they glued. I don't know if you can see. They glued it on there. You can kind of see it better on that one. And I just took a wall scraper and scraped that all off because I'm still going to use this. I'm just basically going to wrap the Dracula's castle fabric around this, use this. It's already made. I'm not making another one. So, there's that. There's everything there. Next, quickly, we're going to talk about, what are we at, 15 minutes? Summerween, which I believe I touched on. Did I talk about this one? I think I talked about this one, so I'll be quick, though. Yeah. Summerween. I don't know if I talked about the storm. Pause. Hi, I'm back. I had to go back to my own YouTube to see if I talked about this. Yes, I technically did talk about this, but I did not talk about the glam photos. Helper! Where are you at? Thank you. I did not talk about the glam photos I did for this, and also, Witchy Sticher ended up using these for her promotional purposes, so when you go to buy this pattern, which you should do it next summer, it'll be perfect. You'll see my finished photos on there and my finished piece. When I went to go take the glam photos for this, I set everything up outside, took the pictures. It was hot. It was so hot. I was sweating. And then a massive storm came through and destroyed all of my plants. I'll post some photos up here. Photos up here of that. This helps me in editing. There were massive sizes, big diameters of hail. It just shredded all of them. And then after everything went through, I mean, it got to the point, you know, I'm from the Midwest where we'll hear tornado sirens. And we'll go out to the front door and just watch, which is kind of basically what happened. And it got so bad to the point where I went, oh, okay, time to go downstairs. So grabbed the kids. We all went downstairs, hung out there for a while. Storm passed, went outside, assessed all the damage, and my heart was broken. My plants are my babies. If anyone's been following me long enough or following me on Instagram, I have a jungle. I have more than 50 plants, and some of them are very rare, very expensive plants. And two of them, my Monstera Thai constellations, were outside. And I have a giant elephant ear that just destroyed the entire thing. They're finally all growing back. They're making their way. It's just, it hurt to see them beat up. But anyway, went outside, assessed the damage, and then I also saw that our pool, the hail hit the pool and put a slice, and water was draining out. So I got my plants, I'm freaking out. I got the pool I'm freaking out about. So I had to quickly, and I'm texting my wife at the same time, and bless her heart, she saw that I didn't know what to do. She came home from work. They told her to go home because they saw that I was literally having a panic attack. So I had to run up to the hardware store, grab some flex tape, and while it's still raining, before another storm wave was coming, I hopped into the pool, hit the inside of the pool, got on the outside, put the outside, and it held all summer. Let's just hope that never happens again. So, just wanted to touch quickly on that whole storm and the glam photos on this. So, next! We got a lot to talk about. Dracula's cast up Blasphemy. Oh, I guess I should also talk about, I gotta. This was done on a 14 count Crocus, Crocus, dyed fabric from Atomic Ranch, and it's a 14 count. Hold on. Oh, it is a 14 count Zweigart. Back it up. This is a 14 count Zweigart dyed by Witch Garden Crafts, and it's called Ritual. I got ahead of myself. I was talking about the fabric for the next one. So, the 14 count Crocus done by Atomic Ranch was actually this. This is my Blasphemy Heresy. This is a ghost pattern that is done by, I messaged her to ask how to pronounce her name. I hope I do this right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. This is by Mike Nielsen. You can check her out on Instagram by Junely June. I'll put a description in the comments. This is a free pattern. She does take a donation or anything. I highly recommend, supporting her. She made this herself. This is a lyric from Ghost's new song, Satanized, off the new album, Satanized. I believe that's what it's called. I love this fabric. I had to go with purple because this is the new Papa. The Papa Perpetua is purple. And is it showing? That is actually silver metallic thread. It was absolutely terrible to work with, and I hated it. Oh, my lighting's all weird. There we go. And like always, painted it black. This one I didn't wipe down. I just painted the whole thing flat black and kept it that way. But yeah, all right, we'll keep moving. We're gonna talk a little bit about the cruise. Went through all my finishes. Like for the cruise, I got to meet Chandra. I got to give her one of the IVs that I stitched, which was the theme of that cruise, and she seemed like she really, really, really liked it, and that made me really, really happy. Got a photo with her, and she did this thing called Cafe Chani, which she just sits there. She's been a part of the band. She's also married to Claudio Sanchez, the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria. She's been helping write the story to all the albums, which, if you don't know, Coheed, all their albums are a concept. It's just a big, giant story. She's been helping write the story and with the comics. And she said something. I mean, I was glued when she was talking on the cruise because I just felt like I related to her a bunch in the aspect of creativity. And she said one thing that really stuck with me, and I wrote it down. She said, creativity and inspiration are all around you. And she was talking about how some people, just get very depressed, very, very upset about, situations in their life. And she said, you don't have to be miserable all the time. That's what can fuel addiction problems. And that really stuck with me because clearly, because of cross stitch, I've been able to stay sober for almost 2 years. And that just really resonated. And after that, I was just, she said that like the opening. And that really meant a lot. And what was really cool is while the talent walks around the cruise ship the whole time, so you have the opportunities to run into them. Me and Angie were my wife. Me and my wife were just wandering around, and we hung around the atrium area where the Starbucks is, and we were just sitting there chilling. And the next thing I know, Claudio, the lead singer to Coheed and Cambria, walks up. I got a picture here. He's just got his sunglasses on, and I've met him enough times that I don't want to pester him. I don't want to bother him. I just want a quick, hey, what's up? So I walked up there. I said, hey, Claudio, I just want to get a quick picture with you. Snap the selfie. And I said, did Chandra get you your cross stitch? And he said, oh, yeah, the little IV, the red IV. That meant the absolute world that Chandra either showed him or he saw it in the room. But that was pretty cool. We also, more cruise talk. We dressed up for prom. That was a lot of fun. Oh, and then Claudio gave me a guitar pick that you only got if you ran into him. And then, speaking of guitar picks, Puddle's Pity Party was there on the cruise. He was one of the coolest acts there. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He does a lot of covers of alternative songs. He stayed in character the whole time. He doesn't talk while he's in makeup. So I walked up and got a picture with him. The dude is a giant. I'm 6 foot. And as you can see in the picture, he's taller than me. So then he ended up doing him and who was it? Hail the Sun. They ended up doing the prom party on top of the deck of the ship. And it was like the last night, the last set. And Puddle's Pity Party was up there with Hail the Sun. And they just covered a bunch of 90s, 2000s alternative songs. Everybody was singing along. Puddles did Helena from My Chemical Romance. They even did Under Pressure from Queen that went into Let It Go from Frozen. And what was really funny is that Puddles, he has like a paper towel tube guitar, and he whips it out and he grabs picks and he's playing, and then he throws it into the crowd, and then he goes and reaches into his like little clown suit pockets and throws a handful of picks out. And it's windy on top of the deck of the ship. If you've ever been on one, it's super windy. And then we were just rocking out, having a good time, and I go and look over, and there's still a guitar pick sitting on the ground, and I beelined over there, and I grabbed it real quick, and that's a picture of the pick. And I just think it's hysterical that this guy that plays a pretend guitar on stage, playing on that, is using a real pick that he had made. And the really cool, one more thing about the cruise, I guess a couple things. For the cruise, we flew in 3 days early because the whole TSA, the government was shutting down. So we stayed in Miami. We went to the beach every single morning. And one of the mornings we went out there, I had to make some content I wanted to for the Nuclear Blast project. So we went out there, watched the sunrise, went back to the room, which was just a 5-minute walk. We started walking back out. And if you know me, I absolutely love music. Clearly, we've talked about this. As we're walking back, there's this gentleman sitting. There's like, when you go to a beach, there's like a ledge that just, the sand keeps going down. And that's when the waves, up and down. And there's this guy sitting out there on a lawn chair, and I hear an accordion music playing. And I'm like, it's like pirate stuff, shanties. And I'm like, dude, that guy is so cool. Watching the sunrise, listening to sea shanties. And the further we walk to the side, I see, no, he doesn't have a speaker out there that he's playing the music. He's physically playing an accordion. So I told my wife, I said, I have to go talk to him. So I walked up to him and I go, excuse me, sir, I just want to let you know, that is so cool that you're playing an accordion out here. It's a perfect setting. I love it. And if you don't mind, I'm going to sit here and enjoy it while you're playing. And he goes, well, nice to meet you. I'm Dan the Pirate. And I just absolutely love that he introduced himself as Dan the Pirate. And I asked him if it was okay if I could record him. And I'll throw it up here with or without sound. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. But that was a real highlight of being in Miami. I ran the deck with Josh, as I talked in the previous video. My foot did fine. I was not prepared at all. My legs hurt for the next 2 days. And they sold this. I waited in merch line for this flag. This was a brand new one that they did. And it's thick. It's a double-sided flag, so it was thick. They're still working on the highlight video for that, but the film man did say, hey, I'm going to record you real quick because this flag is going to look really cool in slow-mo. So we'll see if I end up making it in the video. They got one picture of me running. It was really cool to get to go talk to Josh again, tell him about my sobriety journey. And because like I said in previous, my birthday was November 13th, and we left the ship the morning of my birthday. And my wife said that she even tried to talk to Sixth Man and Norwegian Cruise Line because she wanted to surprise me with a little something for my birthday. And she said they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do this. They weren't really accommodating her needs. So after prom, which I'll throw some pictures of that as well, my wife found this dress at the Salvation Army for no more than $20. And people really liked how sparkly we both were. We were just having fun with it. But after the prom, we went back to the room, and there was a little cupcake that said happy birthday for me. And that was just really nice as well. And then on top of that, when we came home, everyone's seen the unicorn design. My family decorated our living room, decorated the house, and my mom made me this unicorn skeleton cake for my 40th birthday, and that meant a lot to me too. So there's all of that. So that's enough about cruise talk. Let us talk about a couple of whips that I'm doing. One whip I'm doing right now, it's a commission. Somebody from the cruise messaged me and asked me to do something for them. So that's one thing I'm working on. I've started it. I don't have it with me right now. The other whip that I am doing is this. Help her. You are still here. She's loving it too. This is going to be the Nosferatu from the Witchy Sticher. And this is on a 32 count linen. And this is the linen that I got from the Witchy Sticher retreat back in Detroit last year from the Cross Stitch Society. So I'm finally getting to use it. I've finally done so many projects and caught up with stuff that I'm going to do something that I'm going to enjoy instead of hurrying and doing stuff. 32 count linen that is called Dracula's Wallpaper, done by Steel City Stitchers. And then one thing too, that somebody messaged me asking me how I do my needle minders. I like to have a needle minder that matches the project that I'm doing. Thank you. It's just kind of funny thing that, there's my whip, a whole row there. But hey, a whip's a whip. But I got this pin Oh, that's my uranium. Hold on. I got this Nosferatu pin from Gutter Garbs, and it's a double-backed pin. It's pretty cool, huh? So, I was asked, like I said, how to make a needle minder. So I'm going to make a little tutorial video on how to do that. I'm going to do from start to finish because, you know, your options are completely limitless when you can make your own needle minders. They don't make this as a needle minder. It's just a pin. So I always have a lot of fun doing that, and I'm going to show everybody how to do that. And funny story, we're going to talk about the elephant room in here, which is this. As you probably noticed that, ta-da! The thumbnail, we'll back up. I was purposely procrastinating because I'm scared as hell to release all this. This is my second run for merch. But I started this Nosferatu to just like creatively procrastinate, so I don't have to do this. But I was told, come on, let's get this going. So I hired a digital artist, actually from Germany, I believe it was. I asked him to make me this design. As you can see, it says cross stitch is metal, and I got 2 needles here with thread going into it. I'm very, very proud of this. We discussed fonts that I wanted. We discussed layout of it, and he did a very, very great job for this. And I completely am against AI. I refuse AI. I'm not using AI. I'm always going to hire an artist. So I'm very proud of him for doing this, and I told him that I would probably be coming back to you because this is dope as hell. I've been currently working on some hiccups in all of this. Today on Instagram, I just dropped a little teaser about all of this, so you guys are seeing it first. If you kind of noticed the thumbnail for this video, I'm not wearing this because I don't want everybody to see it yet because I'm honestly terrified and nervous. And I felt the same way with my the unicorn t-shirt that was through Custom Ink, which, if any of you bought that t-shirt, I am so sorry. Custom Ink is a printing service. They should not run out of their items. I had numerous people message me saying that they changed their order from the tie-dye that I had to like a spiral design. They just did it. They told me to call them and said that they ran out of sizes for the original and that they were going to add that as a second listing. But then people could buy the swirl design, and the people that bought the original design, they just switched the orders. And I got a message yesterday that some of the text on the back of the shirt came off after one wash. Custom Ink is trash. I will not use them again. I am terribly sorry to anyone who bought the shirt. I hope you enjoyed the art. I hope the art stays on it. You will have an opportunity to have another chance at that. Bad Stitch, Amanda from Bad Stitch recommended this company called Fourth Wall. And I have been spending the past 2 months getting this website ready, uploading this art onto hats, shirts. I even have stickers, guys. Where are we at here? I got this is my water bottle. I got holographic stickers, which, if you are coming to the Cross Stitch Retreat in Colorado, what do we got here? April 23rd through the 25th, I'm going to have a bunch of these printed out. I'm going to try to make as many as I can so everybody can get one. Please come up to me if you know me from Flosstube, if you know me from Instagram, wherever you know me from, and you haven't met me in person, this is your opportunity to come just talk to me. And I will give you one of these stickers. So, that's exciting, because these are dope. I remember getting this, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I also have a white one. So, I worked a couple hiccups out, because let me first show you what the color should have been of this. This is like a deep purple, as you can see. And when I first made my sample order, Helper, I need to show them that shirt. She's wearing the one. So as you can see, the colors are completely off. It's supposed to be this deep purple, and it made it this like lavender. So this is what's called direct-to-garment printing, which I learned all about this. Learned all about different types of printing. This is direct-to-garment, and I come to find out, hey, put that phone away. Direct-to-garment will really only work for my needs for whites and blacks. If you want deep, rich colors, I have to do what's called DTFX, and it's basically like a thin little screen. They print it on that, and then they transfer it to the t-shirt. So all my colors are going to look like this. I mean, you can kind of see. It's like a little film. This is a DTG. I don't know if it's showing. You see how you can see it's printed on there? So whites and blacks will be like the DTGs, and these will be DTFXs. Now, the problem I ran into is that with this, they only have print shops. Did I write this down? They only have print shops in US and Europe. With the DTG, so you've got the whites and the blacks, that is US, Euro, Canada, Australia, some Australia, and UK. So I wanted to make sure everybody had an opportunity in some shape or form to either get, just a basic white. Your biggest options for everyone across the seas is going to be the blacks and the whites. Where was I going with this? I just totally spaced out. Dun, 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 dun. I totally lost track of thought, so I had to pause there for a minute. So one thing that was really, really cool. Hey, will you go bring me that Sleep Token shirt? Yeah. Is originally the shirt that got the lavender. It's right there. So this is like a really cool happy accident. This is the Sleep Token Even in Arcadia tour shirt that we bought at the show. This is made by Comfort Colors. When I ordered the new DTG for the brighter colors, I got my sample and I went, holy, excuse my language, shit. It is the same shirt brand as that Sleep Token tour shirt. And let me tell you, if anybody went to this concert for a tour shirt, this is a heavy-duty, heavyweight material. I love this concert shirt because we've all been to I've been to so many concerts that I sometimes even won't buy a tour shirt because I know that they are so cheaply made that when I wash it, like it'll fit me. It'll fit me the first time I wear it, and then when I wash it, it shrinks and I just don't like the way it feels anymore. This is an amazing quality shirt. Hold please, thank you. And it makes me really happy that my product is going to have that same quality. So also, both of these today went through the washer, went through the dryer, and everything is still there. I think we're gonna do really good with this. I hope everybody enjoys it. I want to be proud. I want to be really proud of this. I wish I could be more proud about that custom ink. That company they let me down. Very disappointing. I think this is gonna be a lot better. I put the teaser out. You can check that out on my Instagram. I even put it on here on YouTube. I think you guys saw that. What else? That'll be that site will be live within the next week and a half. I tried to make the prices pretty reasonable. Hoodies are $52, which that's about the average price of a hoodie. And then you got to pay shipping. T-shirts, I believe, for $25, $26, which is a huge improvement from what the custom ink was. And I honestly think you're getting a better quality T-shirt. But I'm very happy with these. There's so many times that I have just been walking around and I see myself in the mirror, and I'm so proud that I have come from somebody who's been made fun of for doing this, just my sobriety, and to now know that I have a t-shirt, or I have a hoodie with a logo that I hired somebody for because this idea was in my head because I want to show the world that cross stitch is metal, you know? To stab something over and over and over, that's pretty metal. And I don't even think I even need to explain that cross stitch is metal. You guys know cross stitch is metal. So, there's that. I think that's all I got. Oh! I went on a tyrant side rant here. I guess I wanted to talk about... Hold on. Ooh, shaking. So, I hope everyone is as excited as I am about this stuff. Hope wear it proud. Show people cross stitch isn't what it used to be. It's alternative. I'm an alternative dude wearing alternative cross stitch made stuff. I'm so excited for this, and I hope everyone loves it too. I know I looked at my videos before I started recording this. I saw that I hadn't recorded in 2 months, but because the Nuclear Blast records, the cruise, the tarot card, working on this, I got busy. I'm hoping that I can at least get one more Flosstube, so it'll be Flosstube 7. I hope I can get that recorded before I go to Estes Park in Colorado for the cross-stitch retreat. And while I'm there, I'm going to do like what I did last time, and I'm going to record daily to talk about what happened throughout the day, interactions, and if people want to be, sit here like my little helper and be part of the Flosstube with me, I think that would be kind of cool. It's a cool opportunity that you can be in the Flosstube with me. So I'm going to be recording there. Ask me. I don't mind. But let's go back to one more cross-stitch thing, because I kind of went on some stories. I did finish my Live Deliciously, and I have all my props ready to take photos of this, and I've been holding on to this frame for a very long time, and it's going to be beautiful. Let's get this here. I still have to screw the back on, but I got to iron it, but that's going to look really, really cool. This is from the Stitch Crypt. I don't have all the details currently on the fabric. It's something coffee, but because it's Live Deliciously, I have a hay bale. I'm going to light some candles, and I'm going to try to get that smoke effect going on there as well. I have a hand sickle are the little ones, scythes are the big ones. And I ended up finding this little butter dish that I'm going to put in the photos too, because if you've seen the movie, Black Phillip asks, how does he go? Wouldst thou like to have a pretty dress? Wouldst thou like butter? And would thou like to live deliciously? So I think that's going to be people who have seen the movie are going to get the butter dish, hopefully. But I threw that in there because I forgot to talk about it later because I started talking about this. Well, we are at 44 minutes. My helper over here, Miss Ava, was a great help. We'll see you guys, hopefully. What month are we in? January? February? March? Maybe in March? Because we're March, April, maybe beginning of April. We'll see. This takes a lot of work out of me from, making content for my Instagram and cross-stitching. Now I'm going to be taking care of this, which I hope this launch goes over fantastically, smoothly. I will put a link in the description, but right now it's just at a coming soon thing. It's not live yet. But if you're watching this, 6 months later, it's live. Go check it out. Go buy some merch. Support me. Support my cool alternative cross-stitch stuff. Yeah. So until then, you guys keep stitching. Keep cross-stitch metal. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.